Welcome back to Rebuilding Broken Lives. My name is Michelle Stanley Roberts. I just want to say thank you for joining today. Thank you for tuning in as we dive a little bit deeper into my life. And I hope that this message will bless you. This is not just about me, but it's also about reaching you, meeting you right where you are, to let you know that you're not alone, right? It didn't happen to you alone. Your parents did not it was not you, only you, that your parents got divorced. It is not only you that went through the violence at home. It is not only you that is going through it. It's not that God hates you. It's not that because you're a mistake. It's not that because you're not good enough, that's why it's happening to you. I am here to tell you that I've been through things probably not the same as yours, but similar, right? And I'm just here to encourage you. I'm just here to tell you that you're not alone. So even as we dive a little bit deeper into my childhood, last week we talked about the day my childhood changed, when my parents separated and everything I knew about my family began to shift. Right? Today, I want to talk about what comes after, what came after that moment. A life of constant movement, instability, and emotional survival, right? A life after that. I share little bits about that last week, the struggles, some of the things that I had to do, like selling, right? At the age of 12, I started selling. To be honest, it's not, back in the Gambia where I am from, it's not new. It's not kind of a big deal, right? It's not a big deal because there's so many children out there sell because their parents don't have, because of poverty and all of those stuff. But the background that I came from, where my dad was well-to-do with, right? And I had to go to schools that were great. Like one of the schools that I went to was Daos, at a time, really expensive school. And I had to struggle. While my school fees was paid, I was struggling with shower gel, things like shower gel. I was struggling with things like buying parts. I had to use cloth as my menstruation part, right? Things like having easy, necessary stuff, necessity was difficult for me. Why? Because my mom was unstable, hardly around, and I had to move from one place to another. Sometimes I sleep at my neighbor's house, right? I will leave my house, go across the road, the place that I used to play when I was little, and we'll sleep over there. Sometimes me and my little sister will sleep in our house by ourselves with no parents, unattended, right? We had to sell so that we can eat. Sometimes if we eat, it's because we're at our neighbor's house, where our neighbors will call us and say, come, and then we'll stay with her and she will cook and she will take us around and we will eat. So those are the kind of struggles that we went through. Not only the physical struggle, but the mental struggle, right? When you start thinking, why me? I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask to be born. That's when people ask, am I a mistake? Was I a mistake? Did I do anything wrong? Why was my dad never around? Why was my mom never around? Did I do anything wrong? Why did they abandon me? Was I not good enough? Or am I not beautiful enough? Why don't they want me? You might be asking yourself those kind of questions. There is no point. The simple thing to that question is, broken people break people. Hurt people, not because they do it intentionally, because they don't even know themselves that they're doing it. Most of our parents are not healed. Most of our parents have been through so much trauma that they have not been healed. So they're just doing the best that they can with what they have. So you don't blame them, right? What we are doing now is to heal. Why I'm here, the reason why I'm here talking to you is to help you heal so that you don't do the same thing to your own children. My job here to help you understand that you don't need to be your parents. You don't need to go through that path. You don't need to allow yourself to live in that place of negativity, to live in that place of why? No. The reason why I'm here today is for you to get yourself healed and whole so that you can enjoy this life that God has created you to be in. Yeah, while it's okay to ask the questions, while it's okay to question, while it's okay, we don't want you to stay there. I don't want you to stay there because you are worth much more. So I don't want you to stay there, right? After the separation, my life did not settle, I tell you. If anything, it became like a whirlwind. It didn't settle. I was passing from one home to the other. Sometimes with my family members, sometimes with people I barely know. I always say, now looking back and thinking back, I'm like, God saved me. I remember one particular time when I got kicked out at the age of 14 and I didn't have anywhere to go. And I had to go and stay in my former house where we used to rent, an apartment where we used to rent. I think it was our neighbors, yeah. I had to go to my neighbor's house, sleep there on the floor in their living room because I didn't have anywhere to go. My grandma won't take me. My auntie's husband won't take me. My mom won't take me, right? I didn't have anywhere to go after my stepmom kicked me out. The following day, I woke up in the morning. I went back to my stepmom. I don't know what I did, but I ended up staying there again. After being kicked out, I went back because I didn't have anywhere to go. So many things could have happened. So many things could have gone wrong, but here I am today. Here I am today. I learned early how to read the room. Have you ever learned how to read the room? The emotions, how people are feeling. You learn early to read the room, right? I had to learn early to read the room. Was this the house where I had to stay silent? I live in houses where I had to stay silent. I live in my father's house. I remember when I used to go and visit my stepmom because I didn't have a choice. I was asked to go and live there. And I remember when I go there to live, I live like a stranger in my own father's house. I sit in the living room when everybody sits in the living room. When they turn the TV on, that's when I watch. I don't turn the TV on. I don't sit on the sofa. I don't go in the living room unless they're in the living room. And you feel like a stranger. Have you ever feel like a stranger in your own father's house? Have you ever feel like a stranger in your own mother's house? Where there are people coming in and out and you feel like, do I really belong? You feel like you're being pushed in the corner. Nobody cared about you. Nobody cared about how you feel, what's going on in your mind, what you want, what you need. As a child, I felt like that. I was in a place where I had to survive. Have you been in a place where you just have to survive? I'm just going to be there. It's just going to be for a while. It's just going to be for a time being. So you raise those bars, you raise those walls just to help you to cope. But now you can break those walls. I'm here to tell you that you can break those walls, those defense mechanisms that you have raised just so that you can survive. You don't need to survive anymore. You can live. You can breathe. You can lean on Jesus. You can rest on his shoulder. You can allow him to ride, to take the driver's seat. You can allow him to heal you. You can break down all the walls, break down all the traditions, and just let it go, just so that you can breathe. You can breathe, right? You can breathe. I don't want you just to survive. I want you to live. You have been surviving long enough. You have been walking on eggshells long enough. You have stayed on that mountain of sorrow and bitterness. You have stayed on that mountain of unforgiveness. You have stayed on that mountain of your past long enough. It's time for you to come down and just smell the flowers and breathe again. Jesus said the devil comes to steal, kill, and to destroy. But I have come that you will have life and enjoy it to the fullest. He came for you to have life and to enjoy it. Here I am to tell you, live. Breathe. It's okay. You have come too far to give up now. You have come too far to go back. You can be the best parent that you can. You can be the best wife, the best husband. You can be the best for you. Look at yourself in the mirror every day and say, I am beautiful and wonderfully made. Because you are. Because you are. If you've never heard of it before, if no one have ever told you, I am telling you that you are beautiful and you are wonderfully made. You are God's masterpiece. You are God's handiwork. You were never a mistake. You were never a mistake. I don't care how you came about, how your parents gave birth to you. You have been in the mind of God before the foundation of the world. So you can breathe. My mom struggled a lot during this time. She struggled because she needed help as well. And like I said, sometimes you don't recognize that you need help because you have been in a kind of a survival mode. You just survive. The next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. You are never able to pause and really breathe. You are never able to pause and really check in with yourself. Where am I at emotionally, mentally? physically. You are just going. It's one thing after the other. It's taking the children to school. It's looking after them. It's ensuring they have food on the table, to buy that shoes, to buy that clothes, right? You are constantly moving. It's your work. It's your business. You are just moving. Never have time to just take a breather. Never have time to just enjoy life and be present and be present. My dad was absent most of the time because he was based in the UK. So I didn't have a dad to talk to. I didn't have a dad to talk to about anything. I was not connected with my dad, not emotionally. Physically, he wasn't there. Emotionally, he wasn't there, right? He wasn't there. Still unreachable, still unavailable. And so I started building invisible walls around my heart. I was numb. I was silent. I was quiet. And many will say, Michelle is so quiet. I kept everything inwards. Everything was kept inside because there was nobody that availed themselves. You just have to survive. Just survive, right? Maybe you know how that feels like. Just survive. You come back from school, mom is not there, dad is not there. You wake up in the morning, mom is not there, dad is not there. I remember when I used to go to school and I look forward to coming home, and then I get home. I'm looking forward to seeing my mom, and I get home, open the door. Mom, there's no one home. There was no one home. Maybe some of you have been through that. You come home and there's no mom. And if mom is there, mom is unavailable. Maybe mom is on the phone. Mom is talking to friends. Mom is busy drinking or smoking. Or you just come home and mom has already passed out because she was so drunk. Or maybe you are going through something where you don't even want to go home because every time you go home, there's so much violence. There's so much fighting and argument and shouting and cussing out. And some of you might be feeling like, what is life all about? You are battling with suicidal thoughts, battling with anxiety and depression, but there's nobody to talk to, nobody to listen. Or maybe you have moved emotionally or physically from space to space, never feeling quite safe or settled, from one foster home to the other, from one parent to the other. And every time you feel like, okay, I'm about to settle, they move you from one group home to the other. I get you. I know that feeling, but I want you to know that Jesus got you. You might be going through it even right now, or you have gone through it, but for some reason you are not able to overcome. You're not able to move past. You're having nightmares and dreams and all of these things. You want it to go away. You want it to be over. You just want to enjoy life. You want to be free, but for some reason you feel caged. Psalm 27:10. Even if my father and mother abandon me, the Lord will hold me close. When you bring it to Jesus, He can break the chains, break the yokes. He can give you true freedom. Don't do it alone. Proverbs 3:5, I believe. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. And the MSG version say it this way: don't think you can do it all on your own. For some of you, you've tried therapy, you've tried talking to someone, but you are still in the same place, stuck. Why don't you give it to Jesus? Looking back now, I can see how God never left me. Sometimes I sit down and I'll be talking to my husband and we'll just talk about the past, and I'll just share my past, my story. And I'm like, actually, now I look back and I'm like, God has always been there, even in that mess, even in that brokenness, even in that pain, even in the things that I did myself, the mistakes. God never left me. And most times you don't recognize His presence. You know, when you're going through the pain, when you're going through that trauma, it's hard for you to see God in it. It looks like He has abandoned you. It looks like He's never there. That's why many at times when you talk to people about God and they tell you, where was He when I was abandoned? Where was He when I was abused? Where was He? He has always been there. You didn't die because He was been there. He's been the one preserving you. And He's telling you that I'm going to use your mess and turn it into a message. I'm going to use all the things that you've been through to be a blessing to somebody else that is going through it now or might be going through it. See the pain that you went through? God is going to use you to be a blessing to somebody else. The Bible said the God of all comfort, who comforted you in your time of distress. He comforted you so that you can be able to comfort others that will be going through it. So take heart. You're not alone. And I just want you to reflect, and even in this moment, take a deep breath even right now and just ask yourself, where have I been moving emotionally? Where have I been moving emotionally without feeling settled? What part of me still feels like I have to protect myself? What part of me still feels like I have to protect myself? Sometimes we don't give 100% even in our marriages. Why? Because we feel like if I can't give 100%, if I give 100%, I might get hurt. So we put those walls. We are still trying to protect ourselves just in case it doesn't work out. What would it feel like to let God become my safe place? What would it feel like to let God become my safe place? I want you to think about these things. Trust me, when I let God when God became my safe place, the burden was lifted. I finally can enjoy life. I finally have someone that I can talk to and trust. And I don't have to carry the burden on my own. I can give it to Him. I can give it to Jesus. Before I go, I just want to pray with you. Father God, for every listener who has felt like a wanderer, who has been passed around, abandoned, or emotionally homeless, I feel them. I lift them up, oh God, Father, today into your hands. Wrap them in your love. Remind them, Father, that you are their home. You are their anchor, Father. You are the one who never leaves. Begin healing the wounds of instability and fear and give them peace. Father, heal them, raise them, strengthen them in the name of Jesus. Surround them with your love, that they will know that you care and that you love them in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much for sharing this space with me today. You are not alone. You are not forgotten, and you are not too broken to be rebuilt. Remember that. So next week, I will be sharing the painful and honest part of my teenage journey, the choices I made while searching for love and identity. That will be next week. Stay tuned until next time. Take care. Bye-bye.